Hi, Kelly Lloyd with PAW PALS TV, and we are in Terrell, Texas right now at the La Quinta Inn in Terrell. They were nice enough to actually allow us to come in here and do this interview. And I'm with Edgardo Rodriguez Perez, and this is your daughter? Alondra? Hi. Gabriel. Now, you and I actually talked on the phone almost a year and a half, 2 years ago when we were working on another case about a dog that got hit in Mesquite, and you were great help. Then there was another dog that I think you guys were tracking down in Mineola, and we were working with that. But you actually sent me a message asking for help in your situation. Tell everybody what was going on, because you are this is happening a lot, and I want all of us to learn from this.
Well, over the last couple of years, we worked with a rescue group and saved numerous dogs from the shelters, rehabilitated them and adopted them out to families. Of course, we kept some that were not adoptable, and we kept some that we just plain old fell in love with. Unfortunately, here recently we received a call from our city code enforcement office informing us that a neighbor has submitted a video of us having more dogs than allowed for the city code, and they graciously gave us 3 weeks to address the situation and get down to where the city is an acceptable limit for the city, which is 3 animals.
3, that's it?
That's it, 3. There's no permits for fosters, nothing else.
Because that's what you guys were, really, is fosters.
Absolutely. But the cities around us, Rockwall, Roy City, Terrell, Heath, they all have permissions. You can pay an extra fee to be able to have more animals. In McClendon Chisholm, which is not far away from here, a person can have up to 10 fosters plus 4 of their own. So that's 14 animals. But Fate is 3, and that's it.
That's where you're at.
So unfortunately, we had to get rid of our babies.
How many did you have total?
We had a total of 14.
14.
We were able to find places for everybody. The last one is leaving on Saturday to a lady that we know from our rescue group. She'll be keeping her for a few weeks for us. We're still going to be over the limit, but she's one of our seniors who's been with us since she was about 2 months old. No,
Can you go to the city council and try to get them to change this?
Maybe.
Because I think that this is, you guys are actually doing something amazing, which is you're giving refuge to animals that would have been killed and nobody else wants.
Absolutely, and according to the court enforcement officer, the only reason they gave us 3 weeks is because they knew what we were doing. He's like, man, we're all animal lovers in the office, and we decided not to file an official report. We wanted to talk to you and allow you to fix the situation on your own, instead of starting an actual investigation, because we know what you're doing. So just because of that, we're going to give you until the 14th of July to have all the animals placed. So luckily, one of our friends recently purchased a home, and she was able to take several of them.
Okay.
And then, of course, we kept ours, and we were able to place our French Bulldog with a really, really good place out in Allen, Texas.
You guys went through a lot of trouble, even with Frenchie, right? The little Frenchie. You actually rescued that pup also and paid to actually rescue it. It was like $300 or something.
Yep. Chloe was she was a breeder. She lived in a cage and just produced puppies for these people. And once they couldn't breed her anymore, they decided to sell her on the eBay classifieds. And I didn't have the money to buy her at the time, but I saw how bad of a shape she was in, and decided to contact the people. And I offered them half what they were asking, and they accepted. And when they dropped her off, it's like they were dropping off a sack of potatoes. There was no emotional connection whatsoever. They pulled up in a brand new vehicle, real nice vehicle actually.
And just went, here.
Here you go, here's your papers. I was like, here's your money. They're like, bye, we'll see you later.
A lot of people don't do that.
She weighed a whole 12 pounds. The day we got her, she was skin and bones. She had eye ulcers. She had ear infections. She had hot spots. She was in bad shape.
At all.
So we took her to the vet, got her fixed up, got her spayed, of course, and within 3 weeks she put on almost 6 pounds. She was close to 18 pounds the day she went in for her spay.
So you told me that you guys had to take her in. She went to what, Lone Star?
Yes, she went to Lone Star Drug Ranch on Saturday or Sunday. That was really tough on us.
This is hard for you, isn't it? Because you've actually, you're taking care of your family, including all your pets.
These are family. These guys are family for us.
Families.
Like he said, they're breaking up our family.
Yeah.
And these aren't just animals for us. They're part of us. They sleep in bed with us. They live in our house.
Yeah.
So it's not easy. Last night was the first time we came home and the house was real empty. I come home from work and everything's quiet, and I sit on the couch, and I only have 1 or 2 jump on me instead of, you know, a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I went to order my tomatoes, and nobody was climbing on my back. So yeah, it's rough. You know, it's the last 3 weeks has been not only an emotional roller coaster, but a very stressful time. You know, it's
This
been
is
rough.
your next door neighbor? Actual next door or within the neighborhood?
Within the neighborhood, we don't know who he was.
So what difference does it make to them? I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, I hate to, I don't want to like rock the boat or something. What difference? What did they gain from this?
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, the animals that we knew bark, you know, we kept under control. We clean after animals, you know, as often as possible. I spray my yard with bleach to make sure there's no smells. I mean, most of the time when they were barking, it's either the neighbors behind us, their kids were climbing on the fence, or their dog was outside barking. So,
well, it happens.
You know,
I mean, they're dogs.
The dogs bark.
That's how they
you know?
communicate.
Right.
Okay.
We talk, they bark.
So, well, you talked to me about Snoopy.
So,
okay.
so Snoopy.
Here, let's show everybody Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Poor little sweetheart. What is his story?
So Snoopy came from the Garland shelter. He's a parvo survivor. We got him out of the shelter, and within a day or so of being on the house, he came down with parvo.
Which kind of is bad for all the other dogs too.
Right.
Was he the only one that got the parvo?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Everybody was vaccinated, and our policy when we bring fosters to the house is that we go through a 7-day quarantine period. Nobody gets to play with each other for 7 days. They stay in a separate room. They stay in a kennel in a separate room. We let them out by themselves. We pick up after them just in case there's some kind of disease coming in, kennel cough. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
So it's just a preventative measure that we take until we know that the animal's healthy. Then we integrate it into the pack.
Wow.
Fortunately, you know, as soon as I noticed the symptoms, because he stopped eating, he didn't want to play, I called the vet, and she said, bring it in.
This is good. You guys are so aware of what's going on because you're trying to protect the whole pack.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we took him in, and he tested positive for parvo. Luckily, we caught him early enough that within 3 or 4 days of fluids and stuff at the vet, he was able to recover. And we still, even after that, we still kept him separate for another week and a half, 2 weeks, just in case. You know, everybody is vaccinated, but you never know. You know, there might be a different strain of the virus that the others can contract. So everything worked out. And,
so out of all the 14 dogs, how many do you have left right now?
We have 4 at the house right now.
4 at the house.
Yes.
So you still have to have 1 more that needs to go somewhere.
Yeah, she's going to a friend's house on Saturday. She's picking her up Saturday morning.
Okay.
And she's going to keep her for a few days and
try to figure out.
Well, we're bringing her back. She's
I think that we should all go to your city council. I mean, we're PAW PALS TV. We'll go. I'm trying to figure out why they have something different than everybody else has, and especially for rescue. I mean, this is important. So any way that we can help, I'm sure there are people watching that want to help as well. We got to change this. You guys you're being punished for doing good. This is not the way it's supposed to go down.
The city of Fayette is an up-and-coming city. It's a really, really small town. The housing market is incredibly expensive now. The type of people moving in there are, you know, upper middle class people, and I think the city is just maybe trying to keep it under control. So I don't know, maybe make the city quieter or
I don't know, but whatever it is,
I really don't.
There has to be something for fosters.
Absolutely.
Okay, which is what you guys are. You're fosters.
Absolutely.
Okay, and it's affecting your whole family. I'm sorry, honey. Okay, this is like kind of like your favorite pup, isn't it? Okay. Well, I'm trying to think. Okay, so this is what I decided to do because when I heard the story and I've shared it with our board members, I've shared it with a couple of people. I'm gonna keep Snoopy with us, okay? And if something happens in the next several weeks where I can bring him back to you, I'll bring him back. Okay, that's why I kind of want to go to city council and figure out what it is that we have to do to make a change that ordinance. Okay, if for some reason nothing changes in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to. I've spoken to Joe Jarvis of Doggingham Palace. I keep calling her. But I call her, she rescues, she helps me. She helped me with Muñeca out of San Antonio, Gloria Gutierrez's pup that she was so worried about. She's taken amazing care of her. I know that Snoopy will be easy to place. I just don't want, I mean, if anything, I don't want to send her up anywhere. I want to be able to keep her as long as we possibly can. I know that in case I'm traveling, I have somebody that said that they would take care of, her. I've got 2 dogs at the house as well. I promise you, okay, that Snoopy won't leave Texas without me calling you guys first and checking, and I would love nothing more than to figure out a way to bring Snoopy back home. Okay? Is that okay?
That'd be awesome.
Good. I'm sorry, baby. I know. But I come into Dallas a lot. Okay? I'll be more than happy to bring Snoopy to come visit. Okay? I just feel that we need to, I'll call the city manager at Fate tomorrow and see if there's anything that we can do to work this out differently. Okay? Because this is the first time that I've actually heard of this at this level with 3 dogs when you guys are fosters. Usually there's some kind of ordinance or something. I got the whole family crying right here. I am so sorry. I feel so bad. Okay? I know that this is, it's emotional. It's emotional. But I can tell you that Snoopy has my Shasta. Did you show me pictures of Shasta?
No, I showed him.
Okay. I can show you a picture of Shasta, mine.
Just like him.
Just like it. Okay, and I've got a Labrador who's 9 years old, about to be 9 years old. Shasta's just turned 2. I think she just turned 2 or 1, 2. She just turned 2. So they're about the same age. I think that they're going to play well together. I'm going to take videos. I will send them to you guys. I will keep you guys informed of what's happening. If anybody's watching and you're in Tyler or Lindell and you guys want to help as well and kind of maybe battle the situation, I know I've got some warriors that I know that are willing to come in and help out. I just don't want you to be upset. Okay, I know it's an upsetting situation, but look at me. Okay, I promise you, I'll do everything I can to make sure that he can come back home. Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay. So, tell me about Snoopy's personality.
Well, right now he's pretty quiet, but he likes to play.
I saw the video of you. You were holding him. He was playing with you.
He likes to bark at strangers when they walk by in front of the house, and he likes his toys and likes chewing on cow hooves, loves treats.
Whenever you first got it, Snoopy, he was a little standoffish. He's come a long ways, right?
Yeah, he was. He was a little shy. He did like to play fetch when we first got him. That's how I noticed he was sick, because I was playing with him the night before.
And he liked
We
it?
were playing in the yard, and he was bringing toys right back. And that morning before I went to work, I took him out, and he smelled the food and walked away. He put him water. He didn't want to drink it. I grabbed a toy. He just looked the other way. I said, "Man, there's something wrong with him."
Wow.
So
Okay.
I knew there was something wrong with him. But yeah, he's just a cool little dude. He just wants to chill next to you on the couch.
Okay.
Just cuddle. He's good.
Well,
He's a good little dog.
Like I said, I come into Dallas all the time, at least twice a month, sometimes more, because I always go shopping at Trader Joe's. I do, and then I'm kind of sort of hooked on Nordstrom Rack. If anybody ever wants to know where I'm at in Dallas, I'm
That's
between
where
those
you're
2 places. Okay, that's kind of bad. But anytime that I can bring Snoopy back, or if you ever guys make it through Lindell, we'll share him for a little bit. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
I just don't. I don't want you to think that Snoopy's going to go away and you're never going to see Snoopy back.
We have to go to Longview to visit the other ones.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The other one there in Longview, I know we didn't know when to see Chloe. She's gonna be adopted. Maybe we can find out.
Chloe actually found a home. She's a Frenchie.
Wow,
They,
already?
yeah, they
With
already-
Lone Star?
Yeah, they played. They announced it in their picture. They selected
I
somebody
saw
to
that.
adopt her.
I did see that.
So yeah, and she's not gonna be far from home. So maybe we can contact them when we get to see her sometime.
Okay. So just think of me as a babysitter for now. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that good for you? Okay, good. Okay. So thank you guys for meeting me out here in Terrell. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that you had the situation with your neighbor. I will call the city of Fate tomorrow and find out what can be done to change this. We don't want to. I don't want people to get discouraged about fostering. In fact, I do more for my fosters than I do for my rescues. You guys, fosters are so important.
Fostering is absolutely necessary. There's 7.5 million dogs that die in shelters every year.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know. So instead of letting this upset us, let's change it. Is that okay? Let's change it. So, okay. So, and of course, Feather's always telling me that I'm always talking a little bit too long. I'm Latin, people. I mean, I don't know. Somebody told me I need to do a 2-minute segment. I'm like, I don't even know what that feels like. I just warm up in 2 minutes, okay? So, anyway, I feel like I found some animal lovers. We have a common love for the animals. I don't know how to thank you guys. Don't get discouraged over this. This is just, it happened to you for a reason.
Absolutely.
Let's change it. Is that good?
Yeah.
So, again, for all the fosters that are out there doing this kind of work, we thank you. The Rodriguez Perez family thanks you. I don't know what to do except for, I don't want to get mad. I just want to fix it. Okay? So let's try to fix it. So I thank you guys for tuning in. I know that we went live. I think this is on Facebook and YouTube. We'll share it with you guys.
Okay.
I'm not going to stop just yet. Let's figure out how to fix this. And if anybody wants to help with any of the other animals that you guys have, I will make sure to put that on my Facebook so that people can actually connect with you guys as well. And I don't know what to say except for I wish it was under different circumstances. Okay, and I'm hoping I won't let you down. Okay, so you're welcome, sweetheart. So thank you guys.
Thank you for
Okay,
helping with
and
that.
thank you for actually being with us, and thank you for Pedro. He had an ear today. Let's drag him out to do this. Thank you for coming out. Okay, and just remember, from all of us animal lovers, just remember, be a paw pal.
Cool.